Hello friends, today we are going to calculate the centroid of this given figure as well as the moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis. Now first of all, observing the figure is symmetrical with respect to vertical axis. So we can directly use the CG axis, which is x bar, as the given figure with respect to extreme left axis as a 20, plus we have given the 20 mm diameter hole. So the total value of this bottom part is also as a 20 mm and another 20 mm part as a right part. So total distance is 60 mm. So x bar is at 60 by 2, which is 30 mm. We can directly use the x bar value as a maximum distance by 2. So let us assume 20 mm and height as a 30 mm as a one rectangular part as part A. Now triangular part having the total base width as a 60 mm and height as a 40 mm as a part B, and the circular part having the radius as a 10 mm, as 20 mm diameter hole is given, hence the radius is 10 mm, which is deducted from the part B. So let us going ahead for the calculation of yi in the tabular part. As for rectangular part, the yi distance, it is the CG distance from the bottom axis. So let us assume the bottom reference axis as a x as shown in the figure. So the centroidal distance of part A with respect to x axis is total 30 mm by 2. So it is as a 30 by 2, which is equal to 15 mm. Now for the triangular part CG, and we know that from the base it is at a 1/3 of the total height, but we have to calculate the distance from x. So it is 30 plus 1/3 of 40. And the value is 43.33 mm. And the next part is the circular part having the distance of CG at exactly at the middle part, or we can say that the center of the circle, and the distance of this CG with respect to bottom x distance as a 30 plus 25 mm. So it is as a 30 plus 25, which is equal to 55 mm. And the next part as a hx, which is equal to mode of y bar minus yi, which is going to be used for the calculation of moment of inertia in the later part after the calculation of y bar. So let us going for the calculation of y bar first. As we know that the equation for the y bar, which is equal to sigma ei yi divided by sigma ai. Now for this algebraic summation of area into y distance as a a1 y1 for part rectangular plus a2 y2 as a part triangular minus a3 y3, as we know that the circular part is deducted from the triangular part, divided by summation of ai, which is a1 plus a2 minus a3. Now the area of rectangle is 30 into 20. It is b into d as a 600 mm square. For triangular part having the base width as a 60 mm and height as a 40 mm, the area is 1/2 into 60 into 40 as a 1200 mm square. And for the circle having the area as a pi by 4 d square or pi r square as a pi into 10 square as a 314 mm square. Now we have to put all the value from tabular part. As a for a1 the area is 600 and y1 as a 15 plus a2 as a 1200 and y2 as a 43.33. Now this circle part is deducted, hence it is minus 314 as a a3 and y3 as a 55 divided by sigma I, it means 600 plus 1200 minus 314. So it is 600 plus 1200 minus 314. Now calculating this term, we have the y bar value, which is equal to 40.84 mm. So using this tabular form, we have to first calculate the value of y bar. Now using this y bar, we have to calculate hx value, and the hx value is nothing but mode of y bar minus yi. So our y bar value is 40.84 minus yi is 15, hence the total value is 25.84 mm. Similarly for rest part it is now using this tabular form we have to calculate the moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis as now using this mathematical formula of parallel axis theorem, which is Ixx as a summation of I centroidal part plus multiplication of area into hx square. Now going ahead for the part A, having the base width as a 20 and depth as a 30, the moment of inertia which is equal to BD cube by 12. So it is 20, 30 cube by 12 plus area as a 600 mm square into hx as a 25.84. Now the second part is triangular part having the base width as a 60 and height as a 40. The moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis as a B, h cube as a 40 cube by 36 plus area is 1200 and hx as a 2.49. Now the moment of inertia with respect to CG of the circle, which is pi by 4 r raised to 4, or we can use pi by 64 d raised to 4 plus area as a 314 into hx, which is 14.16. Now calculating this wall term, we will have 20 into 30 cube by 12 plus 600 into 25.84 square as a 4.46 into 10 raised to 5 plus 60 40 cube by 36 plus 1200 into 2.49 square as a 1.14 into 10 raised to 5 and pi by 4 r raised to 4 plus 314 into 14.16 square as a 0.71 into 10 raised to 5. So let us calculate the value of moment of inertia with respect to x axis, which is 4.89 into 10 raised to 5 mm raised to 4. So for the given lamina, the moment of inertia with respect to x axis is 4.89 into 10 raised to 5 mm raised to 4. Now we have to calculate moment of inertia with respect to y axis. So using same equation of parallel axis theorem, the value is now we know that the given figure is symmetrical about y axis, hence the hy value is 0. So we have to use the summation of only the moment of inertia of all part, or we can say that the part A, part B and part C with respect to y axis. So let us calculate first for the rectangular part. So Iyy for this rectangular part is d b cube by 12, hence it is 30 20 cube by 12. Now remember that for isoscale triangle, moment of inertia with respect to vertical axis or axis which is passing through the apex of the isoscale triangle, having the value as a h b cube as a 60 cube divided by 48, and the moment of inertia of circular part which is deducted, and the value is pi by 4 into r raised to 4 or pi by 64 d raised to 4. Now calculating these values, we will have the moment of inertia with respect to Iyy axis as a 1.92 into 10 raised to 5 mm raised to 4. So thus we can calculate the moment of inertia and centroidal part of the given plane lamina. Thank you.